Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Leora Alexandra.
Hi.
Welcome to the Baby Elephant community. On this channel, we talk about the law of attraction, spirituality, self-development, and so much more. Aaron put on his best outfit for our video
It's my Harry Potter onesie.
It's his Harry Potter onesie. Yes, I was getting there.
I said I want to be funky as possible today.
He's like, what should I wear? I feel like being funky.
I was like, onesie.
I saw it, I'm like, I approve of this message. So today we are recording Q&A Friday. So we got some questions on Instagram. If you don't follow us on Instagram yet, that's where we ask for questions. Usually, I'm at Leora Alexandra. Aaron is at Aaron_Doughty44. Before we get into the serious questions, I got 2 BTS questions in a row. So I've got to answer them real quick.
What does it mean?
What does it mean?
Okay, I can't really help with that, but I'll let you answer this.
Don't you think BTS are great manifestors? They're so blessed. 100%. They came from nothing and they became huge. And it's, it's very competitive in the K-pop. I'm talking to you like... it's very competitive in the K-pop industry. So for them to have gotten where they are requires a lot of energy work, a lot of manifesting, a lot of belief and self-love and faith, a lot of faith. What's your fave BTS song? I've always been curious. Probably it's OG, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, or Dimple. Duh. Or what was that one? I have this one.
Oh, yeah.
Best of Me.
Best of Me.
Best of Me is probably my favorite song. We had our event this past Sunday, and some of the girls there are huge K-pop fans and BTS fans like me. So we were geeking out over BTS, and I'm like, you know what? I gotta show my love for my boys a little bit more often on the channel so that everybody knows we're in this together. Yeah. So both of us asked for questions on Instagram. So I will ask Aaron a question and he will ask me a question. We do this all the time anyways.
Do you or Leor know anything about starseed languages?
Ooh. Light language?
Yeah.
Like light codes?
That would be one of them.
Is there another word for light language?
No, I think it's just light language.
So there's this one language that kind of sounds kind of Spanish-y, kind of like a romance language. It's called light language. You can look it up here on YouTube. It sounds absolutely beautiful. And a lot of people have started to speak this way.
It's supposed to come from the heart.
It comes from the heart, exactly. Yeah. It doesn't actually have to be audible, but it has been through meditation and through trance-like states. It's come into manifestation as an audible language through people living in this reality and three-dimensional reality.
And they say as well that a lot of times when you look up light language online, you'll see these symbols. There was an experience I had when I was like 15, 16 years old where I saw these symbols. And these symbols were very prominent, and I found out years later that it was light language. So it was like, I was like, wow. I was like, that's what I was seeing when I was 15 years old.
Yeah, and a lot of people can speak this way when they get into meditation or when they take like entheogens, plant medicine, things like that, altered states of consciousness.
I think that in higher dimensional states of consciousness, we mainly communicate via telepathy.
Yes.
Which is we were listening to Cosmic Disclosure yesterday, and that was what he was talking about is, in the higher realms, we don't use words and sounds. Like it's more of a telepathy, which is it's a feeling versus anything else.
It's more convenient.
It's way more convenient.
There's no real words to it. But light language is kind of like a manifestation of that so that we can better understand that communication. And it comes from love.
It does.
And there are transmissions here on YouTube. You can hear them. They're absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
They sound really good.
Yeah, they trigger something you can feel.
How do you contact your spirit guides?
I think with intention. I think that this is the thing about spirit guides. First off, every single person on the planet has spirit guides. We all have spirit guides, whether we're aware of it or not. And what happens is when we are open to them and we set the intention to connect with them, that's when they'll come in and they'll give us messages. And the messages could be through synchronicity. It could be through an actual idea. It could be through a thought. It could be through a book that pops out in our mind. And I think that they're always communicating with us, but there is free will. So are we matching their frequency? Because they're in higher dimensional states of that's the way they communicate. So I think
we have to match their frequency, right?
Exactly, because they're all the way up here, we're here, and they match us kind of right in the middle.
Yes.
That's why meditation, we raise our vibration, and then we can hear the messages they're giving us.
We get messages exactly like that.
And they're always communicating with us. It's just, are we matching the frequency of what they're trying to tell? So I would say set the intention. Set the intention to connect to your spirit guide. I think as well, like in between states when we're going to bed at night, when we're falling asleep, I think that the theta state, we're so much more open to different interpretations, but don't be attached to how it comes. It could come through a symbol, it could come through some little visual in your mind, it could come through words, it could come in many different ways, but the way they communicate... It could come
from another person too, right?
It could synchronistically. It literally could be a thought someone else has that was influenced, and it's a sign from your spirit guide. So we all have spirit guides. No one is like more spiritual and has more spirit guides than someone else. Everyone has spirit guides that are helping us through this life. It's a transformative time to be alive on the planet. So set the intention to connect, and then you'll just always focus on raising your frequency. If you raise your frequency, you'll manifest more of what you want. If you raise your frequency, you connect to your spirit guides. If you raise your frequency, you're going to feel better. Raise your frequency, which is the quote of your channel, is keeping your vibrations way up.
Keep your vibrations way up. And just, remain very present and mindful, because you just said that they're always contacting us, they're always guiding us, and they're always giving us signs, but often we're not aware of that because we're not present, we're not mindful, we're living in the past, we're living in the future, so we're not seeing the signs, we're not seeing the synchronicities. We're literally always being guided. There's an invisible hand, a loving, healing hand reaching out to us at all times, like, this is where you should go. You want to get here? Here's how to do it. The best way to hear that communication, is to be here now.
Do you think the show OA was channeled from a higher dimension?
Oh my God, that's crazy.
What?
We finished watching it the other day. What? It's not crazy? What did I say?
Yeah. So, okay.
I said it with all the confidence in the world. It just...
Yeah, so we started watching. You saw OA a couple years ago, the first season.
Yeah, I saw the first season.
It's a show on
when it came
Netflix.
Out.
And I talk a lot in my videos about shifting parallel realities, shifting dimensions, or shifting parallel realities.
And that's what the show is all about.
It is.
Yeah.
I was supposed to watch the whole first season, so that when she got here, we could start the second season, because she's in LA and I'm here. We kind of go back and forth. And she came here, and in 3-4 days, we binge watched the whole entire season 1 and season 2.
Like normal people.
Yeah, like we're being normal.
Yeah.
And it's all about different dimensions, and it was like so obviously channeled. And it looks like it was also inspired by some maybe plant medicine ceremony, some psychedelic ceremony.
So too. I think Britt Marling, I think her name is, I think she's an absolute genius. But when we finished watching it the other day, I said to Aaron right away, I was like, there was a consciousness expanding idea, thought being, because we truly believe that thought forms are conscious. Yeah. They exist in another dimension, and they look for the most available collaborator. So there was this idea that wanted to expand the consciousness of the majority of people at the best time that it possibly can, in the best way that it can. And it found Britt Marling, and it gave her this genius. Like how Elizabeth Gilbert says that you aren't genius, you have genius. So Britt Marling received this genius idea for the OA, and I truly believed it was kind of a channeled thing where the idea wanted to come through her and wanted to be manifested into physical reality and to implant itself into people's minds. So I kept telling Aaron, I was like, I feel like this is some sort of disclosure, like that this is how things really are, that reality can be
that flexible,
malleable in that way, right?
It's like think of it like there's different parallel realities that we can shift to. And we have certain soul groups, certain soul families that we incarnate with, and based on different decisions you've made in your life, there are these different timelines. And in the show, it shows how this guy that's obsessing over learning about NDEs, how he's using people as an experiment to find out more about that. And there's these different...
spoilers, babe.
No, no spoilers, but that's just generally what it's about. And it's just interesting, because at first, it took me a couple episodes to get into it, but once I did, it's like, wow, it's really cool.
There's a part where Britt Marling discusses, she's teaching all the boys and BBA, she's teaching them how dimensions sit on top of each other. Yeah. And that's exactly it. That's how it is.
So it's really cool that
how reality
this is how disclosure is happening. It's coming through media that we enjoy consuming, and it's opening up in our mind that there's different...
Planting seeds.
It kind of reminds me of the show, the movie Cloud Atlas, in a way. There's these different, but in a more relatable way, I guess you could say.
Much more open.
How to teach children like 12 to 14 years old about the LOA and its importance.
Very good question.
Yeah.
How would you do it?
I don't know if I would even teach them just the law of attraction first and foremost. I would teach them the golden rule first and foremost. The golden rule. What you put out and what you do to other people, it's treat other people the way you want to be treated, because that underlying understanding will then go into the law of attraction, because we're big believers that the more good you put out into the world, the more comes back at you, which is the law of attraction, but it's a different focus. So instead of them going
overall kind of being good people.
Yes. Yeah. Because then it'll stem, and then just sharing with them, like, your thoughts correlate with what you experience. So it'd be very basic.
Magic is real.
Yep, magic is real. Your thoughts do influence your reality. You're powerful, and put good out into the world, and choose love, choose kindness, choose compassion. And I think then they'll get more of what they want, but they'll also be in a higher vibration. So I guess I think it'd be better to teach them how to raise their vibration. Yes. More so than just the law of attraction.
And to understand healing and things like that too, because we don't want to raise people who are all about fake positivity. It has
or materialism,
you know. It has to be positivity that comes from a good place. I think I would teach my children through example. Yeah. Through just what I do, I would show them my processes. Like, if there was something I was trying to manifest, I'd be like, this is what I'm going to do, and this is how I'm going to do it, and show them, and then they'll see the end result.
Best way to teach is by example. So if you're a parent and you're getting mad at little things, it would send a message to them that it's like, oh, maybe it's, you know, maybe getting anger, but then you could also show them how to healthily deal with what you're feeling, not just suppress it, but it's about just being aware. Just be aware of what you're doing as you move through it, and it won't be projected onto them. Yes. And you'll be able to show them how to deal with it as well, and then you'll be leading by example. And to make sure that they know how important feelings and emotions are, that their emotions really, really matter, to kind of learn to track where their emotions come from. Yeah. Like, I'm uncomfortable right now. Where is this coming from? Yeah. Let me go feel this for a little bit. There's a book. I think it's Dr. Joe Dispenza. How to Break the Habit of Being Yourself? I think so. Do you know what story I'm talking about? Where the little girl, like, had a bad day at school, so she comes home and she locks herself up in her room, and her mom knocks on the door, something like this, and she goes, "What's wrong?" And she goes, "I was feeling feelings, so I'm just putting myself in a little timeout to feel them." How good is that? Yeah. And she just felt the emotions, and rather than creating shadows by pushing it down and trying to be happy because everyone else needs you to be happy. You know? Exactly. And that will, that's raising your vibration, and that will help you to learn to manifest and to live a powerful life. And I think that's it for today. Yeah. My potatoes. Thank you for Thank you for having me on. I love every baby elephant out there. You guys already know. I met a lot of you at the event that we did, and it was amazing. It was awesome. There were also baby almonds there. There were baby almonds, baby elephants, baby odos. I don't know. Baby odos. I'll link Aaron's channel down below. If you have not checked him out yet, you definitely should. I love you guys. Thank you for spending Thank you for spending some time with me. Amulet earrings are out. Just letting you know. Link in the description below. I love you, and until next time, keep your vibrations way up. Bye.